In this series, I am starting a brand new survival world. But there's a twist. Every video, the version of my world updates, starting in version 1.0 all the way up to 1.20. This is episode 1, which means the version of the world is 1.0.0. So this version added a whole lot of things to the game, such as brewing, enchanting, breeding animals, and most importantly, the end. Which means my goals for this video will be to beat the Ender Dragon, brew a potion, breed some animals by setting up a cow farm, and getting every achievement in the game. However, before we get to all of that, let's just get some basic gear and basic tools first. After getting all the basic gear I needed, it was time to start working on my first goal, beating the Ender Dragon. To do this, I obviously need to get some blaze rods, get some ender pearls, and I would also like to get a full set of diamond armor. Speaking of which, I went strip mining. Oh. And after doing that 29 more times, I was finally ready to go to the Nether. So after exiting the Nether, I went back to where I built my first portal, and after a very long boat ride, where I may or may not have accidentally thrown out my pickaxe, I arrived back at the village. Which means it was now time to get some ender pearls, and oh my, getting ender pearls in this version takes long. You may not see it, but getting enough took me a literal 4.5 hours. Yes. Yeah, that was taking way too long. Now that I had defeated the dragon and obtained the dragon egg, it was time to move on to my next goal, setting up a cow farm. At first I thought it was gonna be more difficult than I initially thought, because the cows didn't want to follow my wheat at first. But later they did, so I just built this temporary building. I'll make it look better in the future, I promise. Threw some cows into it and started breeding them for a couple of hours. Alright, it's been a while, and I think I have enough cows now. With the cow farm out of the way, it was time to start brewing a potion. I decided to go for a potion of weakness, since that's the only potion you don't need netherwort for. So I made a brewing stand, gathered the materials, and a couple minutes later, I was done too. Yeah, I'm not drinking that. Now there was only one goal left on my list, getting every achievement in the game. I already got a couple just from beating the game, and I also did a couple while I was collecting ender pearls, but there was still quite a few to do. I decided to start with the easiest one, delicious fish. So I made a fishing rod, went to the village well, caught a fish, cooked the fish, and finally ate it. I didn't need to eat it for the achievement, I was just hungry. The next achievement on my list was when pigs fly, which requires you to fly a pig off a cliff. So that's exactly what I did. Okay, bad news. The next like hour and a half of my recording got corrupted and now it looks like this. And I got basically all of the achievements in this time, so that sucks.